You measure out a cup of sugar, 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, 4 eggs, vanilla extract, and lemon extract, which I use. You can use anise or you can use almond, whatever you prefer. I prefer lemon. Then you're going to put the sugar and the 4 eggs into the beater, and you're going to beat until they're pale yellow and thick. And then you're going to add the lemon and the vanilla, and then you're going to add a cup of corn oil, vegetable oil, whatever you prefer, into this bowl. And then you're going to beat it, put in the flour, mix it, and then you're going to put it in the cookie sheet and put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 350. Don't put it all in at once because you want to blend it as well as possible, and you put a little at a time. Cookies come out better that way. It's easier to stir because the mixer gets in your way if you keep it on the mixer. Most people don't use this type of mixer to make them. You can do it all by hand, you know. You can use a hand beater to do the eggs and the oil and everything, and then just blend everything. When you put the flour in, just do it by hand. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to stir this by hand until it's all incorporated, so I'm just going to put it in here for a few seconds and make sure all the flour and everything is all incorporated. And after this is done, you can I use a cookie sheet because I don't want them real big. Some people put them in a cake pan, it gives it a different shape. But I do a cookie sheet. I don't do a large cookie sheet, I use a small cookie sheet. You don't need to grease it. I use a non-stick cookie sheet. There's a vegetable oil in here, so it's not really going to stick. And you want to level it out as best as you can, and don't make it too thick in certain places. It'll eventually work in fine. Now this is one way of doing biscotti. There are other ways. The batter is usually thicker, but this recipe is actually Aunt Sandy's recipe. And this is what Mom and Aunt Sandy and I and Diana and everybody else uses. Like I said, you could put this in a cake pan instead of a cookie sheet, but I like the way the cookies come out. They're not real. Either way is fine. Now you want to bang the pan to make sure no air bubbles happen. You get an air bubble even after you put the pan down on something hard. If you see an air bubble as it puffs up, just take one of these little devices or a fork or a sharp knife and you go in and you just put a little pinprick into the air bubble. It goes down and it settles fine. 25-30 minutes and the cookies will be done. You let them cool nicely and then you cut them. Then you wait till it cools very well and you cut them. One of these days I'm going to have to try doing it in a cake pan. I'm going to put them in the oven and brown the tops and turn them over and brown the other side. Because you don't want them to burn. You just want them to get a little toasted. I don't know, I just look at them until I know they're okay and then I turn them over.